Welcome to this model. In this presentation, let us have an insight of electrocardiograph. Electrocardiograph is an instrument which records the electrical activity of the heart. The potential produced in the individual fibers of heart muscle are added to the produced ECG waveform. And electrocardiogram is the recorded ECG wave pattern. ECG provides valuable information about a wide range of cardiac disorders, such as the presence of inactive part or an enlargement of the heart muscles. The electrocardiogram reflects the rhythmic electrical depolarization and repolarization of the myocardium associated with the contraction of the atria and ventricles. The heart is divided into 4 chambers. The 2 upper chambers, the left and right atria, are synchronized to act together. Similarly, the 2 lower chambers, the ventricles, operate together. This diagram shows the internal parts of the heart. So, the basic waveform of a normal electrocardiogram will look like a spike which is mentioned as PQ or STU. The shape and time interval and amplitude of the ECG gives the details of the state of the heart. So here is the diagram which shows how the blood enters into the heart and it is pumped to the lungs, and it is again received from lungs, and then it is then it is sent to the other parts of the body. So the right atrium receives the blood from the veins of the body and pumps into the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood through the lungs where it is oxygenated. The oxygen-enriched blood then enters the left atrium, from which it is pumped into the left ventricle. The left ventricle pumps the blood into the arteries to circulate throughout the body. To record the electrocardiogram, a number of electrodes will be affixed to the patient's body, and the electrodes are connected to the ECG machine by the same number of electrical wires. Actually, each action potential in the heart originates near the top of the right atrium at a point called sinoatrial node. To initiate the heartbeat, the action potentials generated by the pacemaker propagate in all directions along the surface of both atria. The wave terminates at a point near the center of the heart called the atrioventricular mode. So this is the diagram of typical ECG waveform when recorded from the surface of the body. So the P wave is the atrial depolarization contraction wave, and its amplitude is about 0.25 volt, and the duration is 0.12 to 0.22, and that is a PR interval. The R wave is the QRS complex wave. It occurs due to the repolarization of the atria and the depolarization of the ventricles. The amplitude is around 1.6 volt and the duration is from 0.07 to 0.1 seconds. And the T wave originates from the ventricular repolarization, that is the relaxation of myocardium. Its amplitude is 0.1 to 0.5 and its duration is 0.05 to 0.15 interval. Then U wave, it occurs due to the slow repolarization of the intraventricular system. Its amplitude will be less than 0.1 and its duration is around 0.2 seconds. Usually, surface electrodes are used with jellies as electrodes between the skin and electrodes. The potentials generated in the heart are conducted to the body surface. The potential distribution changes in a regular and complex manner during each cardiac cycle. Therefore, to record electrocardiogram, we must choose electrodes in a standard position. The placement of the electrodes as well as the color code is shown in this figure. That is the right arm, the band in the right arm is in white color, whereas the band in the left arm is in black color, and so on. 4 electrodes are used to record the ECG, and the electrode in the right leg is used as a reference electrode. And each electrode has separate color and it is used to identify the placement of electrodes. And the early electrocardiograph machines employed 3 electrodes, of which only 2 were used at one time. So with the introduction of the electronic amplifier, an additional connection to the body was needed as a ground reference, although the electrode could have been positioned almost anywhere on the body, generally in the right leg. Okay. So ECG electrodes are more advantageous to record the electrocardiogram from electrode placed vertically as well as horizontally on the body. Chest and precordial electrode were introduced later, although the plate electrodes are normally used for electrodes at the extremities. And chest electrodes is often the suction type. Now let us see the ECG lead system. The two electrodes placed over different areas of the heart and connected to the galvanometer, which will pick up the electrical currents resulting from the potential difference between them. The tracing of voltage difference at any two sides due to electrical activity of the heart is called lead. There are four types of lead systems used in electrocardiogram, and the types are bipolar limb lead system, augmented unipolar limb lead system, modified chest lead system, or unipolar chest lead system, and then character orthogonal lead system. Now let us see the bipolar limb lead system. And bipolar limb leads is also called standard leads bipolar limb lead system, and it is first introduced by Einthoven. And in this lead system, the potentials are tapped from four locations of our body, and they are right arm, right leg, and left leg. Usually, right leg electrode is acting as ground reference electrode, and the following shows the positions of the standard limb leads. That is, lead 1 is left arm and right arm, lead 2 is left leg and right arm, lead 3 is left leg and left arm. So right leg is only for ground reference, and these three leads are called bipolar because the electrode diagram is recorded from two electrodes and the third electrode is not connected because selection made among the available active electrodes. So in this three basic limb leads, Einthoven postulated that at any instant of the cardiac cycle, the frontal plane representation of the electrical axis of the heart is a two-dimensional vector. Then the ECG measured from any one of the three basic limb leads is a time-variant single-dimensional vector. So of the three limb leads, lead 2 produces the greatest R wave potential, and thus when the amplitudes of the three limb leads are measured, the R wave amplitude of lead 2 is equal to the sum of the R wave amplitudes of lead 1 and 3. So the closed path RA to LA to LL and back to RA is called Einthoven triangle. It is also made the assumption that the heart is near the center of the equilateral triangle. The sides of the triangle represents the lines along which are three projections of the ECG vector to measure. Based on Einthoven, the instantaneous voltage measured from any one of the three limb lead position is approximately equal to the algebraic sum of the other vector, or vector sum of all three lines is equal to 0. Among the three limb leads, lead 2 produces greatest odd wave potential. According to Kirchhoff's law, voltage law, V2 will be equal to V1 plus V3, and therefore lead 2 will be equal to lead 1 and lead 3. Summation of lead 1 and lead 3. And now let us see the augmented unipolar limb lead system. This was introduced by Wilson in 1944. And in these leads, the electrocardiogram is recorded between a single exploratory electrode and the central terminal. Central terminal has the potential corresponding to the center of the body. It is obtained by connecting three active limb electrodes together through resistors of equal size. So potential at resistor corresponding to mean or average of the potential at three electrodes. In unipolar limb lead systems, that is, one of the limb electrodes is used as central terminal, and the double use results in an ECG signal has a very small amplitude. So augmented unipolar limb leads, the limb electrodes use the exploratory electrode but not central terminal. And there are these leads can be designated as augmented voltage right arm, augmented voltage left arm, and augmented voltage foot, AVR, AVL, and AVF. So this diagram shows how electrodes can be connected And in augmented limbless system, because of using only exploratory electrode, increasing of amplitude occurs without changing its waveform. These LEDs are designed at AVR, AVL and AVF. In this all three, two equal resistors are connected to parafilm loads, and the center point acts as one terminal to measure the voltage. And now let us see about the unipolar chest lid system, that is modified chest lid system. A single chest electrode is placed sequentially on each of the 6 pre-designated points on the chest. These chest positions are called the precordial unipolar LEDs and are designated as V1 to V6. All three active limb electrodes are used to obtain the central terminal, while a separate chest electrode is used as an exploratory electrodes. So this diagram shows the unipolar chest lead and chest lead configurations. V1 is the fourth intercostal space and at right sternal margin, and V2 is the fourth intercostal space and at left in sternal margin, and V3 is the midway between the V2 and V4. V4 is the fifth intercostal space at mid clavicular line. V5 is same level as V4 on anterior axillary line, and V6 is same level as V4 on the mid axillary line. So this diagram shows the arrangement for chest lead system. It may also be called as Frank-lead system. And the modified chest lead system, it simulates the V1 position with electrode placement, like when the positive electrode will be placed in the fourth intercostal space right sternal border, and negative electrode is placed just below the outer portion of the left clavicle with ground just about anywhere, but usually below the right clavicle. So this block diagram shows how ECG recording unit is connected with the blocks of defibrillator, protection circuit, LED selector, power supply unit, amplifier unit and output unit. The connecting leads to the patient electrodes originate at the end of the patient cable, and the other end plugs into ECG recorder. And the patient cable connects different leads from the limbs and chest to the defibrillator protection circuits. And the defibrillator protection circuit, it consists of a buffer amplifier and over voltage protection circuit. The LEDs are connected with the buffer amplifier such that one buffer amplifier for each patient LED. The over voltage protection circuit is necessary to avoid any damage to the bioamplifiers and recorders. It consists of network of resistors and neon lamps. Lamp fires when a pulse from a defibrillator is present during firing of neon lamp. There is no input to the preamplifiers of the recorders. So LED selector switch, it is used to feed the input voltage from the appropriate electrode to the preamplifier. It also includes the resistors necessary for the unipolar LEDs. And the calibrator will be used. The push button allows the insertion of the calibrator to calibrate the record. Modern recorders are stable and their sensitivity doesn't change with time. If it changes, the setting of the LED selector switch introduces as artifact on the recorder trace. A special contact on the LED selector switch turns off the amplifier momentarily and turns it again after the artifact is passed. So from the LED selector switch, the ECG signal goes to bioamplifier. So the bioamplifier, it consists of preamplifier and a power amplifier. The preamplifier is a differential amplifier with CMRR. The preamplifier also provides a switch to set gain or sensitivity. Preamplifier also avoid the problem with small D voltage from the depolarization of the electrodes. In the power amplifiers, preamplifier is followed by an AC amplifier called pen amplifier, which provides power to drive the pen motor that records the actual ECG trace. Input of pen amplifier is accessed separately with a special auxiliary input at the side of the ECG recorder. ECG recorder can be used to record the output of the electrocardiograph. A position control on the pen amplifier makes it possible to center the pen on the recording paper. All modern ECG recorders use heat sensitive paper, and the pen is actually an electrically heated stylus. The temperature can be adjusted with the stylus heat control for optional recording trace. Generally, electrocardiogram is recorded at paper speed of 25 mm per second, but a faster speed of 540 mm per second is provided to allow better resolution. And the buffer amplifier is used to increase the input impedance and reduce the effect of variations in electrode impedance. Buffer amplifier is used for each patient's slit. Thank you.